Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. And without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists, and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Number 1. The necessity of faith. Faith is the bedrock of our spiritual journey. It's not merely a religious concept, it's a universal principle that extends beyond any specific belief system. This verse asserts that, without faith, we cannot truly please God. Why? Because faith is the bridge that connects us to the divine. Imagine faith as the wind beneath the wings of a bird. Without it, the bird cannot soar. Similarly, without faith, our relationship with God remains grounded. Number 2. Belief in God's existence. The verse emphasizes that those who approach God must believe in His existence. This belief isn't blind. It's rooted in a deep conviction. It's acknowledging that there is a higher power, an ultimate reality, that transcends our material world. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting in the unseen. It's recognizing that God's existence isn't provable through empirical evidence alone. It requires a leap of faith. Number 3. The reward for earnest seekers. The second part of the verse speaks of God's response to our seeking. It says that God rewards those who earnestly seek Him. This promise is both comforting and challenging. When we seek God with sincerity, when we hunger for spiritual truth, purpose, and connection, He responds. The reward isn't necessarily material blessings, it's the fulfillment of our soul's deepest longing. God's reward might be peace in the midst of chaos, wisdom in times of confusion, or a sense of His presence even when circumstances are tough. It's an intimate relationship with the divine. Number 4. The journey of seeking. Notice the word earnestly. It implies persistence, intentionality, and wholehearted pursuit. Seeking God isn't a passive endeavor, it's an active quest. Our seeking involves prayer, meditation, studying sacred texts, and living out our beliefs. It's a journey of discovery, doubt, and devotion. Sometimes, seeking God feels like stumbling through a dark forest, but the promise remains. He rewards our sincere efforts. Number 5. Faith as pleasing to God. Why does faith please God? Because it demonstrates trust. Just as a child's trust in a loving parent warms the parent's heart, our trust in God delights Him. God isn't a distant judge waiting for us to slip up. He's a compassionate Father who longs for our hearts to turn toward Him. Faith is the language of that turning. In summary, this verse invites us to step onto the bridge of faith, to believe in God's existence, seek Him earnestly, and trust that He responds. It's an invitation to a dynamic relationship, where faith isn't blind, but rather a courageous step toward the divine. Want to hear more? Like, subscribe, and share for more